Hello, everyone. I am Jerry McGuire. I am the Distribution Partner Account Manager here at Extreme Networks with D&H being my account. You should see our title screen here today. I have a couple other folks that are going to join me throughout the rest of this presentation. I'll wait for them to do intros on themselves when they get to their section. Again, we just want to thank everybody for their time today, help you understand a little bit more about Extreme Networks. Right now, everyone's talking about AI and what they're going to do with AI and how they're going to utilize it and how it's going to help make their lives easier. And you're going to see really how that's going to tie into our overall theme throughout the course of this presentation around simplification. So with that said, I'll go ahead and jump into my section. And then, like I said, once the other speakers jump on, they'll do a quick intro of themselves. So before I get started, here is just a safe harbor statement. Really a quick recap of this is that obviously information is always changing. After this presentation, some of this information eventually be out of context, and then there's other things that kind of forward future looking. So just want to make sure we have that safe harbor statement up here before we get started. And once we jump in, it's always good for us to kind of help understand and level set with the folks that are here on the call today. So if you don't mind, this is just a quick question. So as you see here, be honest. How many dashboards or vendors does a typical customer use to manage their network? So if you believe it's A, that would be 1 to 2, B, 3 to 5, C, 6+, and then D, not sure. So if you don't mind, just go ahead and take a second to go ahead and answer that. And that just gives us an idea of kind of some of the customers that you guys are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. Give you another 10, 15 seconds. Okay, well, thanks for everybody's participation in that. We really appreciate you taking a few seconds to go ahead and answer that. But I think no matter what we see across the board and in any kind of customer conversations or reseller conversations, networking is complicated. People have too many different dashboards that they're going and too many different tools, and they're looking for how they can simplify and really condense as much as possible. As you see here, we have about 100% of you guys, if that shows up on your screen, sorry not if it does, but the answer, in fact, everybody on here 100% answered 3 to 5. So, and that's where most of customers really are today. So we're going to jump in and help you guys understand a little bit on what's our agenda today. So we're going to discuss a little bit around Platform 1. I'll also touch a little bit on Extreme Networks. Some of you guys might not be very familiar with Extreme, so I'll just level set at a very high level. Sorry, I didn't put that here on the agenda. We'll then touch on after that simplicity sells, unified management, AI that drives incomes, simplified subscription partner profitability, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up at the end. So for you folks that aren't very familiar with Extreme Networks, let me give you a little flavor for who we are as an organization. Extreme Networks has actually been around since the mid-90s. We started in Silicon Valley in California. We do over $1 billion of annual revenue. We have over 2,700 employees across the globe in more than 80 countries. And we have over 9,000 channel partners, again, across the globe. So, what I like to tell partners is that, we're big enough to matter, but small enough to care. And, some of the other networking vendors out there, unfortunately, as they continue to grow, they're really more focused on those large, enterprise types of networking resellers and those types of customers, where you'll see with Extreme Networks, it doesn't matter if it's a small SMB shop up to a large enterprise, we have a solution that can go ahead and help solve those business challenges. For this slide, I just like to go ahead because it's easy for me as an employee of Extreme Networks to tell you how great we are and all of those types of things. But this is just some of the locations where you'll see Extreme Networks. Down there in the middle, it's mentioning Citi Field. If you're a baseball fan, the Mets didn't make the playoffs, but you'll see Extreme Networks in a lot of the MLB venues. You'll actually see our access points right there in the dugouts. We really think and take that with a lot of pride. We are the official Wi-Fi provider of the NFL, Major League Baseball, NHL, as well as some other sports venues. And I like to say that because, those organizations, let's be honest, have the time, the budget, resources they can hire any vendor, right? From a cost standpoint, and they're choosing Extreme Networks because we can deliver the solution that they're looking for and deliver that simplification that they're also requesting. But outside of the sports venues, because again, we're not just an enterprise play, but you'll see names like FedEx here. So every FedEx package around the globe does touch Extreme Networks. You'll see the New York Stock Exchange, Extreme Networks is in there. So again, the point in here is that yes, these are large enterprise types of organizations, but we do go all the way down to enterprise space. I mean, I'm sorry, SMB space. This just helps you get a little bit more comfortable with names that are very familiar, and that Extreme Networks is being chosen by those types of organizations. So those are the customers. Here's just some of the organizations, such as more like US News. You have Newsweek. You have CRN, where Extreme Networks continues to win awards for our networking solution, and really again driving that simplification and solving the true business challenges, right, that customers are demanding. We talk about AI, we talk about simplification, but really, what are the customers? What are your customers needing? And that's what Chris is going to walk you through here over the next few slides. So before I do that and turn it over to Chris Dagny, let me just go ahead and I don't think this stat is going to be a shock to anybody, but almost 90% of IT leaders that were actually surveyed are seeking a platform that integrates AI, networking, and security, right? They're looking for one tool. They're looking for one-stop shops. They don't want to have 20 different tools to get in there when they're touching their network. They don't want to have to touch, something for Extreme and then Meraki with Cisco and so forth and so on. And as Chris walks you through it, I think you're going to be pretty impressed on what Extreme Networks is doing to solve those business challenges for the resellers and again for your customers. So with that, Chris Dagny, I will turn it over to you and give really the meat of the presentation here.
Thank you, Jerry. That was a great job. I'm Chris Dagny. I'm a senior system engineer. I've been doing networking for 25 years, and I swear I started when I was 4. But I've been in the channel, been talking to, supporting multiple different vendors. And in all my time, this is the most excited I've been about networking. I feel like this platform one is going to be a game changer for Extreme and possibly for partners that adopt it and choose it. But so let's introduce, what is platform and what is it? I mean, I'm sure you've heard from your customers. They're overwhelmed. They got multiple tools. I mean, we just saw you guys have, was it 5 to 6 different dashboards? And before Platform One, Extreme even had multiple different dashboards. But we started on that journey 5 years ago to simplification and integrating our products together. So I feel like we're going to be ahead of the industry because the other guys have been purchasing companies, and it's going to take a long time for them to merge all the technology together. But, with that fragmentation and those different screens, would you agree it wastes times, it drives up costs? With Platform One, it brings everything together with wired, wireless, even our SD-WAN and security into a single dashboard. And instead of building and adding on AI to some product, we built AI from the ground up, and the entire dashboard, all of our solutions will have one core AI, one workflow. And it's really about giving that customer, your customers or your techs, that visibility across the entire network. They don't have to jump between consoles or waiting for tickets. It's all AI driven. So we're talking about faster troubleshooting, smarter planning, and less effort. It's really about making it more innovative. And it's not just another management tool. It's a simplified platform that can help you unlock some new opportunities. We make it very easy to migrate from customers. So if the customers have any competitives, we can help in that journey. If they have existing Extreme solutions, if they move from our Cloud IQ, we've had some partners move in 10 to 20 minutes from one solution to the other. And we're not forcing any customers to migrate right away. So it's the best of both worlds. So just a few slides, but with when I say simplicity sells, I mean it. I mean, platform was designed to make you and your customers' life easier and make it more rewarding. The real beauty of Platform One is everything's visible at one glance. You get instant health checks of every site, real-time status every device, applications, user experience, one dashboard. And it's all at so 90% of manual effort reduction, turning hours of troubleshooting and compliance and reporting into minutes. You'll have to spend less time. Your customers will have to spend less time on those repetitive tasks, trying to find out who broke the network, who's made the change, and with the security or zero trust AI security into it, it'll help your customers enforce policies. I was demoing to a partner just recently, and they had been selling XIQ and started looking at Platform One, and then they saw how easy it wasn't to add into our zero trust network access, and most of the work is already done for you. There's just a few quick settings and integrating with their Entra ID or Intune or whatever database that they use for cloud user management. But it's really about making it simple. And with Platform One, it's not just about network management. It's really about delivering simple security and efficiency to your customers and helping you get the job done quicker. So it's more than just AI ops. So AI ops, right? So everything is AI, right? I mean, I once saw screens like, you can sell me this pin, right? And just put AI in it. With AI under the hood, let's dive a little bit. What is it? AI. It's trying to set it apart. You've got the orchestration. That's where the intelligence, the automation, the AI mechanisms come together. They improve that accuracy and safety with simplified planning. It can help you enforce the policy. And then the next is the AI and the ML services. These are engines that power workflow automation. They do model training. They help you with lifecycle management. They even enable multi-agent collaboration between different agents in the back. And then there's the foundation of AI. Yeah, it's Data Hub. That's our own secure, centralized data lakehouse where Extreme's network, security, fabric telemetry all come together with partners and ecosystem. So we have a bunch of alliance partners, and we're integrating those technologies into our platform. This is really going to break down silos, enhance compliance with any kind of federal opportunity or any kind of government regulation that you're looking at. We will be that solution for you. And then what makes AI not just powerful, it's about truly compounding that value in time. So let's instead of just talking about it, let's go over and do a little demo real quick. So it's 1 second. Let me hop over into the screen. It's really about seeing it, right? So if we hop over in here, this is Platform One. We still give you that access to the previous XIQ. So everything that customers did in XIQ, it's there. The dashboard, we're really trying to simplify the number of clicks and get it down to, so this dashboard, totally interactive, totally clickable. I can click on my wireless device, go into my wireless clients, click on a particular device.
Chris, sorry, real quick. I'm still seeing, I don't know if the audience is, but I'm still seeing your demo time slide. I don't know if you know how to kind of switch those two over. If you don't, so be it. I just want to at least call it out.
So it should, it shows that I'm seeing, okay, so yeah, that
okay, the audience is, that's all I care about. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So it's really about making it simple, hovering over the screen, getting connected to that device, quickly answering, seeing if there's any authentication issues. You can click on that particular, it pulls up the details on those authentication issues. But that dashboard's just not enough, right? So we combined the ultimate visualization network tool, I feel. So not only you can see geographical locations, I can hover over sites, see any kind of alerts that might pop up. I can go in and see the physical layer of an entire network. not just one site, but multiple sites connected over SD-WAN. I don't have to go and draw all those devices. And the beauty, if there's any other third-party devices that are connected to our switches, if you sell phones or if you sell cameras, I can now show you the phones connected, the cameras, and with our fabric technology, we can put them in auto sense functionality, and they can auto configure by plugging those devices in. And not only just that, but you can actually see third-party networking gear. So if the customer still has a Juniper or a Cisco switch, they can see that. And so we take it above that. So a lot of vendors, yeah, you can see some physical, but you can't see the third-party devices, and you can't see other devices connected. But we also give you our game changer, our fabric, and we could spend hours talking about fabric, but we give you we're the only one with a fabric that can go across the entire network over MPLS, any technology. It's all self-forming. Everything that's in this dark blue category here acts like one switch, and you just configure the connection in and out of the network. Saves a ton of time in configuration. And then take it even a step further, we give you the service layer. So I can click on a particular switch, and I can go in and click a particular VLAN, and I'm trying to find where that VLAN is configured and throughout my network. Now I have that complete visibility to all my sites on one screen. It's really powerful. And then not only that, I can quickly highlight over my different buildings, and they show what items are on each particular device. And on top of that, I can toggle between, we're changing the name from floor plan to heat map. So I can actually go into any particular heat map of any floor and actually see the Wi-Fi in action and see what's going on. I can import it from any third-party Hamina or Ekahau. I can also, my favorite part to show off, 3D. So I get a three-dimensional view of what's going on in my network. And we're eventually going to add 3D client roaming troubleshooting, but today you can actually do 2D client roaming troubleshooting. So I'm going to break it up in between demos. So I'm going to go back to the slide deck, but I just wanted to show you a couple of those key concepts now. And let me go back to this slide and show back into. All right, so we got a poll here. So what do you think most customers are on the AI adoption curve today? Take a few minutes to hear. And I feel like we're in the AI. I mean, I saw a slide the other day with the AI Gartner hype cycle, but we're right at the top of it. I mean, everybody's talking about AI everywhere. And it's really going to be just like previous technologies like the cloud and other things, the phone. It's really about the applications. So with AI, I feel like it's going to be agentic AI. It's going to be really show the value of AI. But so let's see how we did. Curious, perceptual, still learning what AI can do. Awesome, awesome. Thank you for taking your time. So we're going to go back into the slides here. So AI really today, it drives outcomes. It's saving your customer time. And let's talk about the little competitors out there. Yes, everybody else is coming out with their AI solution. But in my opinion, from what I've seen from the other vendors, we're going to be the best. And we're going to talk about why that is. Because I'm not going to bash the other guys, but they've all got great tools. But they've got siloed, complex. It can be expensive to integrate. Every time a customer wants a new feature, it might be another license, another portal, another management layer to learn. It's just great. It can be great technology, but it's just not simple. with Extreme, we took a different approach. We didn't build five tools together and glue them together. We built one unified platform from the ground up, and it's designed for AI, automation, and all about simplicity. And so let's talk about what does our AI have in it? So, like, in my humble opinion, one of the best names for an AI tool, AI Expert. And this isn't just some chatbot bolted onto a dashboard. It's got real-time contextual assistant, and you can literally ask it, why is my device down? Or you can ask it, how do I configure QoS for this site? And then it'll instantly answer that. Pulling from live production, it uses APIs to pull from your clients, from your devices. It has our knowledge base. It's almost like having a tier 3 engineer built in your platform for you 24 hours a day, and also in any language and anywhere in the world. And then AI Canvas, that'll blow up some people's mind. Instead of actually, remember I showed you all those different dashboards? Well, in traditional, if you wanted your own customized dashboard, what'd you have to do? You had to go reach out to the vendor, ask them to build out something like that, or you could kind of build some of their pre widgets and build your own dashboard. But with AI Canvas, you can literally interact with the AI Expert and actually build your own dashboards, widgets. And you can ask it like natural questions like, show me my sites with poor Wi-Fi performance. And it'll instantly build that dashboard, and you can change it around to however you like to look at it. Charts, insights, trends, they're going to and you're going to grab your coffee in the morning, open up your screen and show it. And then coming soon, it's actually showed up today. It's in beta, but AI agents, agentic AI. So that's where we're taking it even further. And it's autonomous agents. It's going to boost productivity behind the scenes because it's going to automate tests, troubleshooting, remediations, and it will even build a GTAC ticket for you. So a GTAC, Global Technical Access Center, if you needed to, if you can't solve the problem with using the service agent, it will actually open up the ticket, send all the information that you needed, that you would have had to spend hours gathering, and send it right over to our global support. So this one actually got repeated in there. So let's go over and then demo to this, because AI is where it's really at, right? Share the screen here. And I really appreciate everybody joining today. So this is we're back into the screen here. So here, this is our AI tab here. So if you click the plus button, and you can expand it here to make it larger. So you can first pick how you want to interact with it. First, say you can ask it about me, and what are you, and how can you help with me? And it'll run through and give you like, yes, it can help you with the network, the management, the SD-WAN. It has our 30,000 global technology, 30,000 articles. It can use API calls to get information on your switches, your access points, has our best practices guide. It'll interact with your ZTNA and help you build network policies and application access. It's got interactive dashboards with the AI Canvas. And then so we can actually even pull up some sample questions that I might have pulled here. So let's see. So you can ask it, hey, what are the recommended settings for optimizing my wireless traffic? And it literally gives you all the answers, gives you where to go in. It gives you any links to particular articles that might be helpful. If we, like say I had a customer ask me how to set up AVB on XS switches, audio video bridging. I literally typed it in there. It gave me step-by-step on how to do it. I can literally copy the code, put it in if I'm using CLI, and walk me through step-by-step in the configuration of those settings and in CLI. So I can also ask it questions like, hey, can you tell me that why this device is actually experiencing roaming issues, right? So it will go through, it grab that actual client and actually gave you the timestamp and stored which different APs that client connected to. And then, so as I interact with it, that's the AI expert. This is AI Canvas. Let me close this over here. So these are pre-built dashboards by interacting with, let me close this one and go back to the visualization. So in here, I can have up to 30, so I can have 3 separate dashboards live with 10 widgets on each dashboard for a total of 30 live. And I have to publish them to be live so that every time I open up that screen, this is what's happening. So I wanted to see my top 10 Wi-Fi clients with low SNR, and it easily gave me the list of all those, and I can pop in there and see that every day. I can see any troubled wire clients, get that screen. But I can also, on top of that, I can actually have 30 different draft icons as well. So like maybe I was interacting with it that day, and I don't like it, so I'm going to delete that. So it's a really powerful tool. Let me just pop into some of the other ones in here so I can see my wired and my wireless distribution of clients. And then this popped out today, so I haven't had a lot of time to mess with it yet, but I'm going to tease it. So Extreme AI Agent, it's the one I was talking about, agentic AI, 24/7, automated evidence collection, case collection, reporting, and then we also had think it through. So it's going to do advanced execution, in-depth research, multiple steps, ask you multiple questions. And it goes beta in a couple days. So I actually got it working in my own personal lab. And so here's one of the ones that I ran through today. So I'm not going to show it live because it takes a few minutes, but in here I can see I had my fixed roaming issues with my wife's cell phone at my house. And it, thanks for reaching out to you. Can you help me with the roaming? I need to give me the MAC address or serial number. I put the serial number in there. It literally gave me, hey, check for older APs, firmwares, give me the list. And are you able to resolve? And then soon, and probably in a version soon, you'll be able to actually have it go through and actually fix the roaming issues for my wife's phone from this console. So pretty powerful. Just in beta, just didn't want to tease it. There'll be more to come. Pop in with one of us and we can give you a live demo of it. The last thing I'll leave you on my demo is the screen for simplification of licensing. So all of our licensing from one tab, you just click subscription and licensing. You can filter it down to our platform one, our XIQ licensing, our SD-WAN licensing, security. I can request, so your end user or you can request a renewal, ask for new licensing or renewal of contracts. They literally click, oh, I'm ready to renew in contracts. And this is one of the things that I've seen go back and forth over my time in networking. Contract renewals can be a pain. I can literally just add which contracts the customer can tell you, put the year, the duration, all that kind of information, send it to the partner, and then actually have all their serial numbers in one screen, export all those serial numbers to you, no more going back and forth. And then if any of them were going into sale or end of life, they would actually be able to see that, click on the device and get details on about it. They can go into their contracts tabs and get no more, oh my God, I didn't know that my contract was expiring in 30 days. Now I can actually see that and from one screen and request a renewal on the subscription. So I again, appreciate all your time. I'm going to stop sharing and hand it back over to Jim.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jim Gartner, and first and foremost, I'd just like to thank Chris for doing that demo. I'm always amazed at Platform One each time I see it and learn something different about it. And where AI is really taking us is pretty amazing. But to get into my portion, Jim Gartner, I am the business development manager for Extreme Networks at D&H. So I am a D&H employee, but I solely focus on Extreme Networks. So you can think of me as kind of your quarterback for Extreme. You have any questions, you can reach out to me, reach out to the team with Extreme Networks at dnh.com. We are here to help you, and we are, if we don't know the answer off the bat, we'll make sure we get the right people involved and get those answers for you. So this just gives a little bit of an overview of what you're always going to see from D&H. We're going to be able to help you with business development, technical support, sales support. We have a bunch of public contracts and ways to help you there, especially in the E-rate realm, which you may run into with Extreme here and there. And then, of course, professional services is a big one. If you guys do not feel necessarily comfortable, or you have, say, a site that has remote locations that you can't get somebody to, we have professional services where, you know, we can have a person go and even just plug in the box if you need to do everything remotely, or they can go and help you set everything up as needed. So this is really the meat of what I want to get into with all of you. So D&H, we want to establish a relationship with you, and we want to help you grow. That's what I'm here for. That's my role. So we do this in what we call a persona-based approach, where we're not trying to fit like a square peg into a round hole. We realize every one of your companies, although some of you I know, I actually come from, before distribution, I come from the reseller and VAR world. So I know some of you may be wearing many hats and be doing the marketing and the sales, but we can certainly cover that with you as well. But that's where I like to get into the tailored approach. I like to know that, hey, you're the owner, you do the marketing, the sales, the deal reg, whatever it may be, or you have a specific person that does the deal reg and has to pay attention to the programs. I want to get to know you, get to know your companies, get to know your sales reps, because they all do things differently and need information differently. So that's where I'm here to help. There's never anything that I don't want to help you answer. So then we have the programs that we'll get into, different certification levels, and if they're running any sales promos, whatever it may be, as far as a program that is out there, we'll make sure you get that. Deal registration, I can help walk you through the partner portal, or I can actually do deal reg on your behalf. If you just send me like the basic information, I can actually put it together and do it on your behalf. Certifications, if you're not signed up with Extreme yet, it's very simple, and I can send out as a follow-up information for you guys to get signed up with the partner program. But again, it is pretty simple, and they give you 6 months to actually get the necessary certifications to be an authorized partner. So you can sign up and you can start selling Extreme right away, and it's one sales and one technical certification that you need to get within those 6 months to stay authorized. And they can be done by the same person. They're video on demand, they're free, and they're honestly not that difficult. Operations inventory, we want to work with you on making sure we get those quotes out to you quickly, that we have inventory in place as we're working through a project. Bring that inventory into stock, make sure you have it, or maybe you have a particular customer that always buys a particular Wi-Fi access point. We want to make sure that we have that in stock. Sales training, we can do one-on-one sales training, we can do one-to-many, we can do even your basic networking kind of one-on-one training we've done for companies that don't really focus on networking at all. And then tech training, we can get somebody such as Chris or one of our engineers that is certified with Extreme, because you can always reach out to us as well for engineering support and help building bombs. On the tech side, Platform One, Chris just nailed a bunch of that, but if you need help in showing that to a customer, we'll help you out there. And then if you have a specific person doing marketing, we'll get into the marketing programs that they have, walk you again through the partner portal, possibly work with MDF funds and build out kind of a plan there. So we can all do that, and you can do it through me and distribution. And then I just want to mention quickly, any of you that are MSPs, Extreme has an MSP program that actually allows you to take a pool of licenses and bring them up and down monthly on a consumption-based model. So if you're an MSP and you don't have a NAS solution, networking as a service now, you want to build in Extreme to it, I always use, as a simple example, kind of a school. So you have, in the summer, they're not using half the building. Maybe they're only using half the building for summer school. So you can actually bring down those licenses for all the access points that you know they aren't using on that half of the building and lower your bill, if you will. And you can either pass that on to the customer saying, we'll give you a lower rate in the summer, or you can pocket that profit, if you will. And also, you don't have to worry about licenses renewing because it just keeps going and going as an MSP. So definitely would love to talk to you about the MSP program. One last thing I will like to mention, Extreme is a little unique. Some other manufacturers do this, but at the time of you doing a deal reg, or if you're talking to an Extreme AE, they will ask you, or you'll have a drop down of which distributor you would like to work with. So I want to earn that you select D&H, because when you select that distributor, you are tied to that distributor. So I am very much here as an open resource and here to help you. And I want to earn that ability to have deal regs through us, and that we're working hand in hand again with that tailored approach, and that we are here to help you.
Awesome. Thanks, Jim. Hey, Jim, real quick, Chris, we had a couple questions. I don't know if you're able to see those in the Q&A, if you want to address them.
Sure, yeah, I sent them responses, but let's just walk through them real quick. So, so if we add a device, would it show up in real time? And so the answer is yes. When you so let me preface. If you onboard a switch or an access point or any other particular Extreme device into Platform One, once it's onboarded, it'll show up there. So that can take, a minute or two sometimes. And then if you add any like third-party device, that can take a minute or two for the LODP, like the protocols, without getting too crazy technical, but it sends back and forth, gets it up there. If you don't see it, there's a button to initiate discovery of that site, so it'll go back in and refresh it. But that's all pretty much live data.
Great, Chris. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, thanks, Jim and Chris. We really appreciate you guys helping everybody understand a little bit about Extreme. If anyone on the call still has any other questions, feel free to put it in our Q&A. If you don't, or you can't think of anything right now, Jim Gartner from D&H will be reaching out and following up with each of you. But we really appreciate it. We know that you guys have the ability to choose, any vendor that you want. But customers are looking for, new solutions. And, what are things that, vendors are doing, again, to make their lives easier. And we think that, Extreme Networks can really check that box. So feel free to reach out. We appreciate the time today. Thanks for everyone's time and support. And we appreciate the partnership, and enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of the week. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.